Alright guys, thanks for watching this Diagnostic World video. Right now we are driving a Honda Jazz Mk2. It's a 2016 model and it's the petrol version. It's the IV Tech. I'm going to come sort of into this video giving you 5 things that I dislike about the car. It's not that I dislike the car really, it's just for the purposes of making or giving people a little bit of insight of what it's like to drive one of these cars or possibly own the cars, because they are a big investment. Just like any car, it's a big investment, it's a lot of money, so you know, you don't really want to have a car that you find out that like 2 months down the line you really don't like it. So my views, they're probably going to differ to, I'm 34 years old, they're probably going to differ to a man or woman who's maybe in their 60s or again in their 20s, 40s and 50s as well. So the first thing I want to talk about in this Honda Jazz is the screen, the entertainment center. It's all touch screen and I just don't like it. I don't like it because it's very, what can I say, when you're trying to use it, it's not very responsive and you kind of have to press the buttons really hard and sometimes a few times. Now if you're driving a car, you don't want to be focusing on pressing buttons and making sure you know, pressing the right buttons at the right times, because that takes your eye line away from what's most important, which is the road in front of you. Now yes, you can learn how to use majority of it with the steering controls, but I think the type of person that this car is aimed at, they're not going to be looking for savvy tech or anything like that. So the screen, it seems overcomplicated. It seems like there's functions on there which will just never ever get used, because technology is just, they want to be one step ahead, which I can understand, but I just think it's the wrong environment for this kind of tech to be in a car. There's nothing wrong with having an entertainment center. It's just, if you're going to have a nice screen, have a nice screen, but have some actual physical buttons. Have an up, down, a left, right, an escape and an OK button or an enter button. For me, that's all you need. You don't need to overcomplicate it by having an unsensitive touch screen which you have to focus on when driving. So that's the first thing which I dislike about this Honda Jazz. The second thing that I don't really like about the Honda Jazz, and this is, you might think it's a bit strange because it is quite a small car, but it's the boot space. I'm going to talk about good things in the car as well. I'll do a video on 5 good things that I like about the car, but the boot space in this car is not that great when you consider the rest of the car. For it being a small car, it's like a TARDIS in here. It's so big. You've got loads of headroom, loads of leg room. In the back as well, there's loads of leg room. There's so much space going forward of the steering wheel that they have to insert an extra window, because otherwise the whole front end would just appear dark. So that's one of the things that I don't like about the well, that's the second thing I don't like about the Honda Jazz Mk2. There are a few other things as well. I just want to make sure it's safe to look at my list, because I've only been driving this car for around about a few days now, and I haven't memorized the list, but when I start driving it, soon becomes apparent that the third thing on the list is actually the lack of power. Now again, if you're in your 20s, your 30s, maybe even 40s, or depends on why you buy your car, power is going to be a big aspect of whether you like the car or not. This Honda Jazz is not a car which is typically associated with going fast. It's the type of car that you would buy probably to go shopping or, you know, do odd jobs around your local village or your local town, or a nice sort of commuter, providing you don't live, like, you know, or work 100 miles away from where you live. So That's what I personally think. It's underpowered. But if you're a man in your or a woman in your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, and all you use it for is going to the shops, or maybe taking the grandkids out once in a while, then or going to get the newspapers, then it's absolutely perfect. But for me, you can see I'm in my 30s, mid 30s, so I've got a Porsche 911. For me, that's what I need to have a bit of fun in. So it's not going to give you that much fun, this car, but I've got my foot right down now, and I'm only doing 42. So anyway, that's the third thing on the list, is the fact that I think it's underpowered. What else have we got? Yeah, the fourth thing on the list is the way the car looks. Now, this kind of joins in with the last aspect, that it was underpowered. If you're only using it for going to the shops, a daily commute, you're not going to be that bothered about how good it looks. It looks better than the Mark 1 Jazz for sure, but it doesn't really stand out. It looks the same as any other standard new car on the road. So I don't really like that. That's personal preference. You might be watching this video because you really like the look of the new Honda Jazz, and you might think, oh, I might get one of those. I'll watch that video. But that's just personal preference, and that's okay if you disagree with that. If you disagree with any of it, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's all about how you feel about the car. I'm just giving you my impressions of the car as if I was going to buy the car, and these are the things that I would put on my. I would have a list of my pros, and I would have a list of my cons, and these are the sort of things that I'd put on the list of the cons, if you like. So that's that. The final thing on the list of the 5 things that I hate about this car. Hate is a strong word. I don't really mean the word hate, to be honest with you. It's just things I don't like about it. And it would be the way the dash is finished, the way the steering wheel is finished, the door cards. It's just that kind of cheap plastic. You can make plastic look really good and feel really good. I don't know whether it's got something to do with, if you make it look better, it probably won't last as long, which is a fair point. And I think if it looks and feels like this, it's probably going to last longer. So I think that's probably what they've gone for. They've gone for something which is going to last. It might not look $1 million, but again, it's the type of car that it's in. It's not in a Lamborghini or an Aston Martin. It's a Honda Jazz. So it's probably proportionate to the car that it's in. It's just when I'm driving it, I like to feel something a bit more comfortable and a bit of class about it, if you like. But I know that's not what this car is about. So, really sorry if this video has bored the life out of you. I just wanted to give you my opinion of the 5 things that I'm not really keen on in this car. It's just before Christmas. It's December the 10th. So if you don't like it, the video that is, then I at least want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Start stop is just activated because we're in a traffic jam right here. You can turn the start stop off actually. But yeah, so I mean, I'm going to make another video as well, and I'm going to make a video on 5 things that I like about this car, because I do like it. It's just there's some aspects that you don't like. It's the same with anything. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the dark side.